Ladies and gentlemen of the media, this is a development that only just needed the right time to happen, and then sadly allowed to develop to the current state because of indecisiveness and weak leadership. It should not have reached this stage, if the Prime Minister had acted decisively and in the national interest. And that's where our concern lies, ladies and gentlemen. The GNUT government started its journey on a very, very shaky ground, right from the very beginning. And that surprisingly did not bother the leadership of the government. I think the assumption that the things will iron itself out. And that's not how you deal with issues like that. Unfortunately, it did not, and as I said, it is sad that it had to take a revolt to bring sense to our brains. If people think that the 11 senior members of the GNUT government who walked out of the government enjoyed the actions that we have taken, they are mistaken. And we heard things like that said in the social media. No right-thinking politicians who care about the nation will just walk out and would do that. We care about this country. There are people, of course, who alleged that we move because we want to perpetuate corruption and serve ourselves. It's very interesting because we move on to join the opposition, a very group that are very concerned about these very issues. We find such allegation very, very, very insulting and based on, I guess, total ignorance of what is going on in the government. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, it is totally the opposite. We moved out of the GNUT government because we deplore the, I guess, what I would like to describe as a laissez-faire attitude of the leadership towards serious issues which undermines all the good intentions of the government. The resignations of the Minister of Mines and the Deputy Prime Minister, who is at the heart of all of this, is a testament to the concern that members of the GNUT coalition have. Not only 11 of us, the entire group. We just cannot continue to allow this same, all the good things about what the government is intending to do under the garb of, well, we use some very strong term, hypocrisy and protection of our very narrow political interests. They did not go down well with us. So, it is, I guess, with much regret and heavy heart that these 6 ministers and the backbenchers, Mivala, decided to resign now. The more backbenchers, I follow that. And Mivala also resigned from membership, Mivala from the government of the National Unity and Transformation. It's very sad for Mivala. Under the leadership of the Prime Minister, for joint forces with the opposition. And the independent group, and there's only 49 of us, by the way, in this house. It's a privileged few that come here. And we can only deal with you people. And all of us are leaders of our own right, Mivala. And in the hope that Mivala by forming a sensible government that really care about this nation. And you just need to check the handset law, one of the calls by the leader of opposition, time and time again, when budget was discussed or in the debates or things like that, and come. As we say, there are good people in the opposition and independent group, but of course cannot be in government because of the way you be conducting, democracy below me in this country. So I guess me as I talk on behalf of me follow and then the why I'm talking. Me follow taking these elections very lightly. No more straight now. And if people take him very lightly and carelessly, no. We have me follow a government in pass me follow passing first anniversary of as a government that of course promises hope, security, progress, and prosperity to our people through our intention to implement transformational changes. I'm not agenda we're going to stand up. And this is a worthy intention, and we will everyone support it. But you know what it needed? It needs unwavering, strong, and decisive leadership for achieving. Even if unpopular decisions that may undermine our own personal interests for the good of the coalition have to be taken and must be taken now. But we don't see that. We even don't look in that one now. And there is no hope for that, the leadership of the government by doing that one. And what happened, of course, the resignation of the deputy prime minister is at the prompting of the caucus, not by the leadership of the government, for taking the decisive actions on what is the cause of problem with this government. The prime minister and play a very pivotal role, very, very important role in the progress of the government. And we ensure that ensure issues that would threaten the smooth functioning of the government, you address them quickly and address them timely. You do that, take actions. And if minister said to be removed in the national interest, do it. We did not see that. Gets me, there's a very protecting now, or some people. I'm not. So, I guess what I'm saying is no easy decision for me for making, fully, of course, acknowledging the consequences of what the decisions that me for making on the stability of the government. But me for doing it because me for kind of alive and designed to see our country progressing with more certainty and I guess sense of purpose. And this is clearly missing in the government that the Prime Minister believes. And Mifal, of course, as Mithalim already was, Mifal struggled as a coalition right from the very start of our journey, trying to handle conflicting interests of a very fragile coalition. And then all the early signs of instabilities were carelessly ignored, clearly ignored, purely for reasons of political expediencies. For demonstrating the glaring carelessness, a major political party, the People's First Party, that provided the much needed political stability for the coalition, was not properly recognized right from the beginning, right from the very beginning, which is very careless on the part of the leadership. And this is not made any easier, as Mr. Almorad, by the repugnant attitude of the Deputy Prime Minister as he will continue the journey. Every arrow point, every concern will every member of Parliament point out. As the concern about the attitude of the Deputy Prime Minister was raised with the Prime Minister on many, many, many occasions by various members of the coalition, me, Ms. Eleven too, and some other. So he's fully aware. And as the leader of the coalition, we will expect him for taking leadership in addressing all the issues here. Mifala, also disappointed to see that one, So as ministers of the Crown and members of our coalition, we will expect him for assuming responsibility of running the government as the Prime Minister. We did not see that too. We did not see it. And especially at a time when strong and decisive leadership is called for. And so he basically losing our confidence in low leadership. And as the Prime Minister and the political head of the executive government, the Prime Minister got a solemn responsibility to protect and for ensuring the survival of the government. By adopting a very laissez-faire attitude to the issues that, in cause of instability, he has intentionally allowed the government to collapse. For that, he must take full responsibility. As Mithalim finished, the serious leadership issues that we make reference to, been brought to attention by Prime Minister and Selva Numa himself attend to that one. But then fell to a point where tarnishing good image of the government, threatening common desirable email for peace, progress and prosperity and unity. This indecisiveness, ladies and gentlemen, which just let me speak well of the Prime Minister's leadership and questioning where interest really lies. Assimi Haran-Fanis, the Deputy Prime Minister, who was at the center of the political impasse, finally tenders his resignation. Now, both as the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Mines, and this is very interesting, and after being pressured to do so by GNUT caucus. That development, ladies and gentlemen, speaks volume of our concern about indecision and weak leadership on the part of the Prime Minister. It should not have been allowed for Kasim little point if the Prime Minister had taken heed of the numerous advice tendered to both him and the Deputy Prime Minister. So the Prime Minister must bear the full responsibility for the demise of the GNUT government. And again, I appeal to the nation for you me stay calm and allow the democratic process to take its course. My colleague by me had to something more and then.
Just for add on a little bit more for first, I would just like to call on our people for this nation to come and see how now things can work out. This is our leaders for our Lulu Plahauna for solving things and for doing things for country blaming. I think I'm not one of like call as other colleagues, leaders being talked of. Yesterday, leader of opposition, Prime Minister called for people for come. I think that's very important. Yeah, me just like for just add on a little bit. I mean, first is by 10 of us, move. I mean, I think we are leaders and we are senior leaders because there is some articles that go out and said that we are grasshopping. I think this is not grasshopping. Yeah. If you look back to our histories, we are not people like that. You look back to our records from the history. You move because of something. You cannot just move, follow ting blue no more. There is something that's why making you for move. And as leaders, we are here to save our people with justice and integrity. Lord's country, and that is why we're here. People blame mandating me fala for come for saving this country, and me that for ironing out such allegations or some where some fellow members learn our side where me fellow stop what to put them up. Yeah? I think they are childish. They are very childish in politics. Me like for talent. As colleague Blomé talent, yes, there are reasons why we fellow move. And it comes back to the leadership. Everything always follow leader. If leader you know how to handle him, a group, then have never want him happen. I think if you can recall back, there's a petition been sent to the Prime Minister. Yeah? And that one Barakavam nearly cost up half of the government side with a party, coalition party, which is People's First Party. Well, they are the ones that really behind this. Yeah? We who are here, we are from our party. When we first stay quiet and watching things. And the people who are out like to move out at the first place, now to go back and stop. Yeah? They are the ones that disagree with the leader, with the Prime Minister, and brings all this up. So that's why we call, why not on all of this side? They should be moving. They should be moving. So there are allegations, things that we are not happy of because of leadership. Like colleague Blomé Talem, with a weak leadership, it may hard to achieve anything. We can't move. A leadership must be a strong leadership. Then it means move whatever policies that our government want to implement. And some of these issues, I'm the one that been asking Prime Minister to deal with. But I'm not doing no more. At last we see the Deputy Prime Minister resign yesterday. So why not resign more? So these are things that Lomisela mi garem on integrity blomitu as a leader of East Malaita. And I'm here for my people, for doing work of water and for saving country. Lo way where me like him straight, where people bring me like him. I think I know me like for talent. We are not here because of people say grassroots. No, we are as leaders and decide. For Imi Masave, as other colleagues that they are thinking that they are new, they think this is an alternative government. Yeah, there's something that some new MPs need to know, need to understand. Anywhere, government or opposition, that is government. And opposition is an alternative government. Yeah. So I think no one in my life for clearing for people must have. Yeah, must have a lot of things here. Thank you very much, Press, for coming, Mr. colleague. That is what, on behalf of our team, when we will come and sit down there. We have made decisions why we resign from our ministerial portfolios. It's very hard for you to do it, man. Something that is very hard to do it. Because you are in government already. You cannot just leave him no more portfolio oblivion. You see the government finish it. And when you move out, it means something. It means something a lot. Be careful. And some of our colleagues who are there, they are the ones. They can be false. They are the ones that really know how to do this one. Yeah? And they are still sitting down there. And I call on them. I call on them to make up their mind. Make up their mind. Thank you very much, Press. Thank you so much.